Right, so I'm out in the glorious Peak District on a really sunny, warm day. It's a winter's day, and I think it's the first signs of spring, so it's amazing to be out. So I thought it would be perfect time to have a look at the Bonfus Aerus. I presume that's how you pronounce it. This is the first time I've had this backpack out, so this is just a first look. It's not a full review. What I'm going to do, I'm out on a 20-mile hike and a wild camp tonight. I'm carrying a shed ton of gear in here, all my winter stuff in here, loads of food, loads of water. I've got my 4-season tent, so I'm really putting this to the test tonight. Straight off the bat, one thing I will say is this backpack is rated to a comfort carry limit of 15 kilo. In this backpack at the moment I've got 18 kilo. In fact, I think it's just slightly over 18 kilo, which it's not supposed to carry comfortably. But I can tell you something, it really does. 18 kilo is no problems in this backpack at all. I am very impressed, and there are some really nice features on this pack as well, which I will go through as we go through the hike. So the main fabric is Ultra 200X. I've got the black version. It also does come in white, and like I said, this is a 55 litre pack. One of the things I'll show you now is this nice stretchy front pocket. So I've stuffed a ton of stuff in here, and it's got this little buckle, so you can just take the buckle off and get to all your stuff inside. It's also got this little fastener, so you can just unfasten it and then you can tighten it back up again. I've just got tons of stuff in here. I've got 2 rolls. I'm not going to get it all out, but I've got my alcohol for my alcohol stove. I've got my drone. I've got a beer in there. I've got like a saucepan. I've got my wet weather trousers in there. So yeah, it does stuff a lot in there, which is really nice. Right, I'm going to carry on with this hike, and we'll have a look at the pack a little bit more once I get to camp. Right, so let's continue having a little look at the Bonfus Aerus. I'm at camp. I actually did my camp last night. I'm all packed up, so I did a full 11 miles hiking on this last night with 18 kilos. And whilst I felt a bit of shoulder pain at the end of the day, it carries the weight really well. Very impressed. It is only rated to 15 kilo, so I was 3 kilo over what the comfort rate is, and it did really well. So I'm looking forward, now I've got less weight in it, on the way back to see how it performs. I'm just going to quickly go through the features. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because I will do an in-depth review after I've put many miles on it. Probably after I've done the West Highland Way in April, I might do a full review of it. But basically, starting at the front, you've got this mesh pocket, which has a buckle on it, so you can undo the buckle and then you can get right into the pocket, and then you can buckle it back up again and add some tension to it, or you can loosen it depending on how much volume you've got on there, but I'll show you that in a minute when I finish off packing the bag. On the side of the pack you have these compression straps, and then this spider buckle, I think these are called, and you just simply connect, and then you've got this loop which you give it a tug, and obviously you can attach things underneath here, so it stops them moving about, which is great. I'm really liking that, actually. This is a really nice feature. The side pockets are big, much bigger than they are on the framers. They start quite high and then they go low, but not too low. On some packs they start quite high and they come quite low, and I don't really like that because things do tend to move about a bit, but these actually still have quite a bit of height to the bottom of the pocket. And the nice thing is, because it's quite high on this side, you can kind of double stack things, which is quite cool. But again, I'll show you what I fit in there when I come to pack it. On the top you have a Y strap, so you can put things on top if you want to as well. You also have an over the top kind of dry bag style connector. There's no side connection points for that, it's just over the top and clip, which I like, so that's good. You've also got your load lifters at the top, which do a great job. You then have your daisy chain attachment points, and I've just put my Waymark bottle holder on one side. I may get one from Bonfus, I'm not sure yet. Bonfus do sell them. And then on the other side I've just got my Garmin InReach Mini attached there. The padding is really good on both the shoulders and on the hip belts. I have to say the hip belts do a really good job of transferring the load, and they're really comfy. I haven't got any hip belt pockets for it yet. I may get some, I'm not entirely sure yet. And here is the real feature of this backpack. So it's got this kind of meshed back panel, which then goes down and attaches to the lumbar support here. Obviously the point of this is it keeps your back from touching the backpack itself and allows airflow coming through. And you can also tighten these as well, so you can add extra tension by simply undoing this Velcro here and then giving it a bit of a tug and just tighten it. I've just actually tightened both sides because I felt that it wasn't as tight as what I wanted to yesterday when I was hiking, so you can play about with that. And my first impressions are it does a really good job. I've only done 11 miles so far, so I do need a bit more time to see how I get on with the back panel, but initial impressions are good. And there you go, you've got an axe loop here, ice axe loop there, and you can connect that to the top. Yeah, it's Ultra 200X and then Ultra 400X on the bottom. It's Ultra Grid on the hip belts, Ultra Grid on the shoulder straps, and then there's a bit of extra fabric here, which is also Ultra Grid. Right, let's finish packing this so you can see what we can fit in the sides of it. So I can just take that buckle off, which is cool. My action cam can go down the side. That's my drone and the drone controller. You can see how much you can kind of stuff in the front. Sandwich for later. My rubbish. There you go. Tons stuffed in there. Absolutely tons. And then on the other side, I just want to put my multi-mat, which I'll just pop down like that. And that's it. That's pretty much ready to go. You can see how much it holds. I mean, this front pocket holds absolutely loads. I've probably got it stuffed a bit too much, to be fair. This has got my full winter kit in it. So I've got my winter quilts, I've got my 4-season tents, I've got my down pants, my down booties, I've got all my layers. I've got my drone, waterproof bottoms. You know, so I'm like fully kitted out. So the other thing to mention is inside the pack itself, it's fully seam sealed, which is great. So in theory, this backpack is fully waterproof. They don't claim that it's fully waterproof, obviously. So if you want to keep things dry, put it in a pack liner of some description, which is what I do. Anything I want to keep dry, I do put in an Olefin pack liner. but as it's all seam sealed, it should keep things dry for the most part. And there's nothing else inside the pack, so there's no pockets or anything like that. I'll show you me putting the pack on, and there's one more thing I want to talk about. So this is what it looks like with the backpack on and fully loaded. Feels even better now that I haven't got 18 kilo in it. I'm not sure how heavy it is, but obviously I've rinsed most of my water and some of my food, so it feels like there's nothing on my back, which is great. It's really light, so that's good. One thing I will mention, because I know that Nicola gets asked this quite a bit, and that is with the hip belt fastener. So on this pack, you pull away from you, as opposed to what the tradition is these days, is to pull inwards and not away. So you kind of have to do that to get it nicely kind of fastened down. Now I did ask Nicola why he did that with this pack and also the frameless, and not have it so it's an inward pull, and the reason is quite simple. It's to save weight. So the problem with having hip belt fasteners that pull inwards is it does add to the weight of the pack. The philosophy of this pack and the frameless is to keep it as light as possible and not add weight. And because the load you'll be carrying in this and the frameless will be 15, should be 15 and under, I was carrying 18, it doesn't make any sense to then add weight to the pack to add the fasteners that pull in, because they are primarily more beneficial on packs that carry a heavy weight, such as the Bonfus Maxus, which is their 80 litre pack, which is for long hauls and is for carrying a lot of weight. I can't remember the amount I can carry. I think it's 20 to 22 kilo or something along those lines. So on that, he does have them going pulling in, but the point of that pack is that it's not meant for lightweight backpacking, ultralight backpacking. It is kind of meant for longer hauls. Now I didn't find it a problem on the frameless. When I first got it, I was like, I don't know whether I like this. As I used to, I was like, I don't really care. And the same with this, really. I don't. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. It doesn't make any difference to my life whether it's pulling in or just going. It's just a couple of different, tugs to get it down. But honestly, it's such a non-issue. If it's putting you off, don't let it put you off in the slightest. It's not a problem. Right. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope this was helpful. I will do a full review and tell you how I got on with the pack on the West Highland Way, which I'm doing in April, and give you the full pros and cons of the backpack, and how I got on with it, how it carries over long distances, long distance trails and that sort of thing. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them below. I will leave a link below to purchase the pack. Thanks so much for watching. As always, stay safe, keep on trekking. I'll see you on the next one.